Okay, I have a maybe controversial topic for my dance teacher friends, but today we're going to talk about pirouette preps and what I've specifically changed when teaching my students because in my mind I actually think it makes more sense, but let me know your opinions on this. So, growing up, I was taught for pirouette preps that your weight was in the middle between your 2 feet. Now, when I'm teaching young kids preps, they do not understand the transferring of weight with their pelvis. So often they're just going up and they're falling backwards. So what I started doing with my preps is I actually have more of my weight on my front foot. Therefore, I'm already aligned because most of my power is coming from my spot. It's not actually coming from this push leg because I can push up and if I don't spot, I'm not turning. But with this slight push and your spot, that's how you turn. So I've actually been teaching my students to put their weight more on their front foot. I would say like 80-20, so that they're actually in alignment already in their prep, then coming straight up so that there's no weight change, if that makes sense. Now, the second thing I've changed is arm positioning. And from what I've been watching from like people down in LA and New York and like all of these university teams is that their first position, their fingers are actually touching and they're creating resistance between their hands. When there's that resistance between those hands, it's very hard to move your elbows and drop your elbows because you're so concentrated on pushing and that resistance in that first position. Now, when your hands are like this, it's very easy for the kids' arms to go like this and their shoulders. But when they're focusing on that resistance between their hands, their shoulders are being actually pushed down, their lats are being engaged, and their elbows are not dropping. Positioning might change here, but at least that's an easy fix compared to all of this going on. So my dance teacher friends out there, what do you think about these? I think being from West Coast Canada, we're always slightly behind on what either the United States is doing or what Eastern Canada is doing. And so I do think we're going to see a shift in how we turn in the next few years based on that information coming up. But yeah, I think in my mind, both those things make more sense, especially when we're teaching little kids how to do pirouettes right off the bat. What do you think?